The fog had thinned, but not enough to feel safe, not enough to breathe. Steel met silence, then broke it. Rashk moved first, no buildup, no wasted motion. The scythe wielder grinned as their weapons clashed, metal screaming as the force split the air between them. "There you are," he said, voice low with excitement. Rashk didn't answer, didn't need to. The next exchange came faster, scythe sweeping low. Rashk stepped over it, closed distance, struck, a clean hit toward the torso. The entity twisted just enough to take center, sliding back a step. "Okay," he muttered, grin tightening. "You're fun." They moved again, back and forth, strike, step, step, shift, neither gaining ground, neither giving it. For the first time, the entity wasn't playing. Elsewhere, the ground shattered under pressure. Went to hit first, hard. He didn't get back up right away. "Yeah," he muttered weakly, face pressed to cracked stone. "I'm done." Zuchi stood a few steps away, exhaling like he'd barely broken a sweat. "Already?" he said. "I was just getting into it." Peck stood between them now, alone, her breathing steady, her eyes sharp. Zuchi smiled faintly. "Now this is better." He stepped forward, cold surged, heat followed. Peck moved through it, closing distance. Her strikes were precise, controlled, built to end exchanges quickly. Zuchi met them all effortlessly. He slipped past one, blocked another, countered. A sharp impact sent her sliding back. "You're good," he admitted, "but not enough." Pex reset instantly, didn't respond, didn't hesitate. They clashed in the deepest stretch of fog. Jayla was barely standing. Rakuto stepped forward and said, alone. "Stay back," Rakuto muttered. Jayla didn't argue. Couldn't. The masked figure stood across from them, still, unreadable, watching. Rakuto charged. No hesitation, no plan, just movement. His strike came fast. The figure slipped it, countered. Rakuto barely caught the blow, sliding back, adjusted, went again, faster this time. The magic strike, movement for movement. Rakuto pushed, forced space for a moment. He held. Then, he didn't. The figure vanished, reappeared, closer, too close. A sharp strike drove into Rakuto's side. He dropped to one knee, breath leaving him instantly. Shh! The figure stood over him now, silent. Then, Jail moved. One last burst. He stepped in, intercepted, took the next hit meant for Rakuto. Hard. His body jerked from the impact, but he didn't fall. Not yet. Not yet. Jail forced out. He straightened, barely, his stance broken, but still there. "Get up," he muttered toward Rakuto. Rakuto didn't move, couldn't. The figure watched them both, then stepped forward again. Jail raised his guard. Final effort. Everything left in him. The strike came. Clean. Devastating. It landed across center. Sound that didn't belong in the body. Jal's eyes widened, then dimmed. His body dropped. Still. Silence. Rakuto's vision blurred. "Jayla?" No response. The figure crouched slightly, not to attack, to look, at Rakuto, at his face, at the mark. "So it's true," he said quietly. Rakuto's breathing was shallow. "What?" The figure tilted his head. "You don't even know what you are." A pause. "Interesting." His gaze sharpened slightly. "Have you ever heard of Umbra Essence?" Rakuto didn't answer. Couldn't. "Of course not." The figure murmured. He reached out, a small blade appearing in his hand, drew it slowly across Rakuto's forearm. A clean slice. Blood followed instantly. Rakuto winced weakly. "They've started looking again," the figure continued, "across factions, across borders. A beat. You're going to be a problem." Then a sound. Sharp. Fast. A dagger through the air. The figure didn't move. Didn't need to. He caught it. Clean. His eyes shifted slightly. "Recognition. So you made it," he said under his breath. Across the battlefield, Zuchi stepped in for the final strike. Pex moved to meet it. Too late. His hand lifted, heat and cold verging into one devastating blow. Then it stopped. Mid-motion, Zuchi blinked, looked down. A line had formed across his torso. Thin, perfect. Then it split clean, like slicing through water. His body separated. No resistance, no struggle. Just gone. The fog shifted behind him. A figure stepped through. Calm, unhurried. Captain Rick Riley, blade low at his side, not a mark on him. Back in the ruins, the masked figure stood, still holding the dagger. He glanced toward the direction of Zuchi's fall. Then back at Rakuto. "Bad timing," he muttered. He straightened. The dagger slipped from his fingers. Pause. "If you survive long enough." Then he stepped back into the fog and was gone. Moments later, Rick arrived. The air shifted with him. His gaze moved once, taking in everything. Went down, Pex standing barely. Rakuto bleeding. Then, Jayla. Still. "Jayla," Rick said. No reaction. Cut. Empire Medical Wing white, too clean. Machines hum softly in the background. Jayla still, unmoving, unresponsive. A doctor stood nearby, silent for a moment. "And time of loss has already passed," he said quietly. No dramatics, no build-up, just truth. "He's gone." Outside, Rakuto stood in the hallway. Blood dry along his arm. Bandage gone. Mark exposed. "He's not," he said under his breath. No one answered. Sogi stood nearby, silent, eyes lowered. Winta leaned against the wall, not talking, for once. Inside, nothing changed. Elsewhere, a different room, dark, reinforced. Chains. The scythe wielder sat straight, arms bound, body held in place by reinforced bindings etched into the walls themselves. Still smiling. "So this is how it is," he muttered. Footsteps approached. Slow, measured. Captain Rick stepped into view. The entity's grin widened. "Figured it'd be you." Rick didn't respond, didn't react, just stood there, watching. And whatever came next wasn't going to be a fight.
I start from here, I catch up with you. I don't do back on a myself anymore. I start from here.